Hey guys, it's Kimberly and welcome back to my channel. I have been in a reading slump. I don't think it's mainly because oh, I just can't get myself to read. That's partially true, but also I've been busy with school and not really disciplining myself to read. Also, a couple weeks ago, I read 3 books in 1 week and that kind of played a part in it. And also there was this book, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. This took me almost a month to read, which I didn't know going into it, that everybody knew that it's a slower read and you should really know that before getting into it because there's so much detail going on, but it's so beautifully written. You just gotta make the time for it. So this kind of put me in a slump. This video is going to be me trying to get out of my reading slump. I did a video where I swapped my 5-star reads with a book friend here on YouTube. Go ahead and check that out if you haven't watched that already. One of the books I did on audio and the other book was a simple contemporary romance, which I normally would be able to fly by super fast, but that took me a little over a week to finish, which isn't normal for a contemporary romance for me to read. You know what I mean? It normally will take me a couple days or at least a week, but that one took me a little bit. And I'm not even blaming the book because the book was good. Kind of starting to notice that I am not really engaged into my reading or interested to pick up a book because I've been just so busy with school and trying to get work done that when I want to relax, I just want my brain to rest and to just scroll and not really comprehend words on paper. I would say there is a difference between not having time to read and being in a actual reading slump. I think I'm just leaning more towards the not having time to read, but also when I do have time to read, I don't discipline myself to actually do it. I'm doing other things and going on my phone. So that's kind of what this video is, and just getting through my TBR in this way. I'm currently reading Butcher and Blackbird. I've been reading this for like a little bit now and I'm like halfway through just because I did the swapping 5-star read video, so I didn't have time to read this one. I am like going through it pretty fast. There's no chapter number, but I'm on page 158, serial killers who fall in love and they kill other serial killers. Yeah, it's a pretty fast read. I think it goes by pretty quickly, so I think I'm gonna try to get this book done first and then we'll go into a more of a mood read, just because when I picked this book up I was in the mood to read it and then like I had other things going on, wasn't in the mood to read it anymore, and currently I'm not so much in the mood. I'm kind of in like a I just want to get it done, which is never good for a reading slump. So if you are in a reading slump, I totally recommend to just mood read, and I think that's what I'm gonna do after this. And I just want to get it done just because I've been reading it for a really long time and I know that if I go into mood reading then this is not going to get done for a while and I'm going to like forget about this book, and I don't want to DNF it because I really like it. I do recommend though for anybody who's in a reading slump right now. For me, when I do get into these like phases of having trouble reading, I like to pick up reading mystery thriller books. This one is more of a dark romance comedy thing going on, but it's still fun and I've never read something like this before. Kind of. I read the Mindfuck series, so that's kind of the same thing. Like reading the Natural series, Good Girl's Guide to Murder series I have, because they're so fast-paced. Definitely mystery thriller books for me are like the way to go. If I'm in a slump, I'm not gonna read a fantasy book because that's gonna put me more into a slump. Especially reading books that I know how the author writes and how the story is going to go. If it's like a series or if I read the author before, I can go into it with more intention of this is gonna help me get out of a slump. That is what we're going to be doing. When I'm struggling in a book slump, what I like to do to force myself to read and then get into the book more is set a 20-minute timer. So that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna just read for 20 minutes. It's currently 9 in the morning and we're just gonna go through this. Few days since I last talked to you. I did end up finishing Butcher and Blackbird. I finished it today actually. It took me a little bit to get through. I don't think it was my slump. I think it was the book itself. I knew going into it that it was going to be a little dark and the trigger warnings and everything of that sort. It did make me feel very queasy and very uneasy reading this, especially the smut that lasted like 500 million pages. Normally I'm good with smut, I don't care, but this one was just like did not care at all, and it was just weird. I don't know. And I also think that the vibes were just not there for me. I've been trying to rate my books more based off vibes and just how I felt when reading the book, alongside the plot and like the story itself, but more of just like how my experience was with reading the book. I'm just gonna give this a 2-star, and I don't think I'm gonna change it. I was really excited to read this because when I read the Mindfuck series, it was really good. It was another like FBI serial killer, but this one is just 2 serial killers, and I really enjoyed that series. Sorry if you can hear my dog playing with her toy, but yeah, I wasn't having a good time reading this. Even from the very beginning, I thought that I was having a good time, but really, I don't know, wasn't as connected with the characters, kind of for obvious reasons. Wasn't having too much fun with it. I know that this is a trilogy, so maybe I'll give the second one a try. When I was reading it, I had no idea what was going on and did not feel the need to care about what was going on, but I was having a good time because I was reading, if that makes sense. So I don't think it was because of my slump or my lack of reading, and it was just the book, but I digress. We're going to pick my next read right now. I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know what I'm in the mood for. I'm gonna show you guys my options, and then I'll get back to you guys once I start reading. I really don't know what I'm in the mood for. We have All In by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This has been sitting on my TBR for a little bit. I think maybe this will be easy to get through. As Good as Dead, which is the 3rd book in A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, the last one. I don't really think I'm feeling this. I have Powerless by Elsie Silver. This is like one of my most recent books that I bought, so I don't know if I want to read it just yet because I just got it and I have books that I have yet to read. I also have The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Mariana Zapata. Maybe I can go for a little romance right now, but I don't know. So 3 top options are these 3, and I will let you know what I decide to read. I decided to pick up reading All In by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I'm on chapter 10. I'm about to start chapter 10. I'm on page 53, so let's talk about it. So this is the 3rd book in the Natural series. If you don't know what that is, it's basically YA crime mystery thing going on. It's exactly like, I wouldn't say exactly, very similar to Criminal Minds, the crime solving show. It's a bunch of these teenagers who have these natural powers. Somebody can tell when somebody's lying, somebody's a really good profiler, somebody's really good at like statistic stuff. I really enjoyed the first 2 books, and that's why I was like, the 3rd one, this one might help me get out of my little slump, and I think it's kind of working because having more interest in picking up the book throughout the day, even though I started this last night, but throughout the day today I've been wanting to pick it up, and it's going by really fast because the chapters are really short and the text is really big. So this one's taking place in Las Vegas, where Sloane, she's not the main character, Cassie's the main character. Las Vegas is where Sloane is from, and I think she's similar to Spencer Reed from Criminal Minds because she got all the facts in her head, you know? It says 3 casinos, 3 bodies, 3 days. Serial killer is doing all these killings, but he's not showing up on any of the security feed. Each victim has a series of numbers tattooed on their wrists, and it's like a code. So they're solving that, but at the same time, Cassie, the main character, there's things going on with her mother's case. Years ago, her mom died, and like more evidence is like showing up now. That's why. Las Vegas, All In, the dice, because you know, casino. Yeah, so right now I'm going to shower, get ready for bed. It's Sunday today when I'm filming this, so I'm like doing all my stuff to prep for the week, and I'm gonna like really sit down and read. Like, I don't have my comforter on my bed. I just washed my sheets and I'm waiting for my comforter in the wash. So I think this might get me out of my slump. Like, I'm honestly right now in the mood to read a romance, but I know that if I do, I'm gonna read it very slow and then get into a slump. I don't know, the way that I mood read is like so weird. I might be in the mood to read a certain genre, but I know that if I'm in a slump, I need to read something very quick. And also, I've been watching a bunch of like reading vlogs, and like when I watch those types of videos, I have more urge to pick up a book and read and sit there for hours. That is your little update. And I won't be able to like update too much about this book. For one, it's the 3rd book in the series, and for 2, it's a mystery crime thing going on, so I can't really talk about it or else it's gonna spoil. Hey guys, my book slump has led me to reading another book. Not saying that All In by Jennifer Lynn Barnes is bad, I'm just not in the mood to read it right now. And I decided to pick up reading a book on my Kindle. I typically read Oh my gosh, the house heater decides to turn on, so ignore that. I typically read a physical book and a book on my Kindle at the same time, so it's nothing new here. But I haven't read on my Kindle in a really long time, so I decided to pick this bad boy back up, and I just had the urge, very strong interest, was very much in the mood to pick up reading Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I hear a lot of great things about this book. Everybody talks very highly about it, so I'm very excited, but they also talked very highly about Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, and I did not like that book personally. I did not like the main female character. Yours Truly, I found out, I did not know this actually, takes place in the same universe as Part of Your World. I'm actually in the middle of chapter 4, page 30. Dual point of view. Thank you. Thank you. That's plus points for that. I don't know really what this book is about other than the fact that the main male character has anxiety, and a lot of people talk about the way that he describes his anxiety is very relatable, and girl with anxiety here is excited to read this. So far, I'm really liking it. The main male character, his name is Jacob, and the main female character is named Brianna. I'm at the part where they've met, but they did not have a good interaction with each other. So they both work at the same hospital. Brianna has been trying to get, I think, the chief of the hospital job position. The current chief kind of said, I'm not retiring just yet. We have this new guy from a different hospital and we're gonna just see how he is, and then we'll determine the vote of who's gonna be the chief, something like that. And obviously the new guy is Jacob, so she's already not a fan of him from that. But then they actually had an interaction and he said something that she really did not like, and then it goes into the next chapter, which I'm at right now, Jacob's point of view. Right now he's kind of talking about how he's gonna go out for a drink with some coworkers, some friends or whatever. It's so funny because it's not really funny, but the place that they're gonna go out for drinks, he says that he's been there before and he likes going to places where he knows how loud it's going to be, how the crowd is going to be, he knows where the restrooms are, he knows how things go. Literally me. And I'm trying so hard to not do that. I've been pretty good recently with it. It's relatable because I'm the type of person also that if I've never been to a restaurant before, I'm gonna search up the menu on Yelp and find what I want to eat, see what it looks like, and then once I'm there at the restaurant, I know exactly what I want. I have to every single time, even if I've been to the restaurant before. Also, I think there's gonna be fake dating in this. I don't know, because I don't know what this is really about and I don't really want to like search up anything. Jacob's younger brother is getting married to Jacob's ex-girlfriend. First of all, that is just crazy to me and so sad. When Jacob was talking about it with his family kind of felt bad for him. They're like, I'm there for you if you need anything, because I know that it's gonna be a hard thing to deal with and going to the wedding. And he was like, I'm fine. Somehow slipped up saying that he's with somebody. He met somebody at work, and obviously that's not true, but his family wants to meet the girl. I'm gonna assume that'll be Brianna if that is the plot that this is going with. I really don't know anything about this book except that there's anxiety. Probably read this tonight and not read All In, because this is what I'm feeling. A little cute romance. I don't know which one I want to read right now. Maybe I'll read a chapter of this right now so I can get some reading done of this, because I really like this book so far. I haven't talked to you in a couple days. I'm still reading Yours Truly. I'm on chapter 19, page 153 on the Kindle, and I'm 39% through. I'm really enjoying the book. I'm kind of at the part where the fake dating is happening, so I was right. I didn't even read the back of the book, and people probably already know what the book is about. So yeah, so fake dating's happening. Normally I would have a problem with it. I don't like fake dating, but this is being done right, and I really like how it's being done. I liked the letters that they were doing back and forth with each other. I like reading about Jacob's anxiety, because recently, the past few days, my anxiety has just skyrocketed really, really bad. So reading about somebody who feels kind of similar is kind of comforting, but it's also making me anxious just a little bit, so I haven't been reading too much with it, but I am enjoying it. I definitely would say that I am out of my reading slump. I am just busy with life right now and school. My only huge assignment this week is writing this essay, working for 20 minutes and then reading, and I'm just more excited to pick up this book, and I really like it. Definitely would say that my reading slump is out the box. I'm kind of differentiating it of, was it a reading slump or was I just busy with life? So I'm going to continue reading this and I will check back in with you guys. Hey guys, so I just wanted to end the video here. I didn't do a little outro or anything and I'm editing the video right now. Yeah, I definitely would say right now I'm not in my reading slump anymore. I've just been more busy with life where I'm not reading as much as I used to when life was less busy, obviously, but I am picking up my book again, still reading every day, just not as long period of time as I used to, and not because of like my attention span or anything, because that's usually the case, but just because I'm pretty busy and I try to put in reading time within my breaks with my schoolwork and whatnot and things like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that if you haven't already, and I hopefully will see you guys in the next one. Bye!